everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sean and this is the second half of our holiday we recently went on. So this was a previous video where we were in the outback, so you can go and watch that if you'd like. And then this is just a map telling you where we've currently gone. So we started in Victoria where we live and then went to Mungo National Park, to Broken Hill, Wilcannia, Cunnamulla, and then now we're on our way to Cairns. We did contemplate going all the way to Cape York, but from there, where the market is to Cape York is like another 10 hours, and we honestly couldn't be bothered driving after all of the driving we had just currently done. So here we're on our way to Port Douglas, so we decided to stay in an Airbnb for a couple of days because there was not much camping around. And we didn't really stay in Port Douglas much, we sort of explored around the area. So we went to the Daintree from there and also Mossman and just explored more. We didn't really enjoy Port Douglas because it was very touristy and busy.
When the tide's low, pause at the mark, open up, and they'll take in the atmosphere through the pores. When the tide comes right in, they go complete. If I can find a snake down nice and low on one of the branches, I'll grab hold of it, bring it aboard, and pass it around. Just kidding. It's got to be a girl. Have a look at it, would you? Looking comfy. She's about 30 years old, all right? The spiky bits on her tail are called scoots, and she's actually got 2 scoots missing.
So cool. They're so big. Don't eat those sunglasses, mate. Macaws are probably more. Wow, hello.
Easty.
Woo! Show your wings. Show your wings. Good job. Wow.
In North Queensland, there is cane sugar farms everywhere, but we hardly ever saw any of the trains, and this was the first time I saw a train. So it was very exciting. And yeah, they're pretty much everywhere. And then there's also big factories, I'd say, where they're burning the sugar, and there's just towers of smoke coming out all the time. And then this was a campsite we stayed at for a night just before on our way to Airlie Beach, which was honestly the most beautiful place I have ever seen. We were actually in awe of how gorgeous and blue the water looked. So we did stay in a hotel for 2 nights here. We did look for camping, but everything was like 100 plus for a night, and we just couldn't justify paying that much for a campsite. So yeah, it was more beneficial, I guess, to stay in a hotel, and then we had showers and we could access the town easier. Then the next day we decided to do a day trip to Hamilton Island. So you can just get the ferry across, and then there is a bus that you can take around the island. So you can pretty much see everything on the island and then stop wherever you want to go. And then yeah, if you want to hop back on the bus, you can get taken back to the main street. And we just decided to chill out on the beach for a few hours, which was actually amazing. Look how beautiful the weather is. So we were on our way back down south, and this weather was like 40 degrees. That is the tarmac melting. I've never seen that. And there was fires everywhere around us. I guess because we're from Victoria, I've never seen the ground melt, but it was pretty crazy weather. This tunnel is meant to have lots of bats inside, but I don't know if we saw bats or birds. Honestly, couldn't really see a whole lot, but it was cool to go through. So honestly, I didn't really record a whole lot below Queensland or like Far North Queensland, and trying to find camping was honestly so hard. Everything you had to pay for, and this place we stayed at, we didn't realise it would be so busy, and we found out it was a public holiday weekend. So this is just like our worst nightmare. We do not like camping around a lot of people, but I guess you've got to do what you got to do when you're travelling. But yeah, not our ideal situation. It was a lovely location, but then we ended up almost leaving this town and realising there was a Celtic fest on, so we decided to spend the day there. At least the weather was amazing. Next, we decided to go to Waterfall Way, which is a road with lots of different waterfalls on, and we were on the way to Gloucester because Jack really wanted to go and check out the drifter shop that they had there. How weird is this freezer section in an IGA? Never seen anything like this before. And then we decided to go to Dubbo Zoo and we spent the whole day there. It's a drive around one, so you can drive to each enclosure and then park your car and have a look. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Lots of different creatures there. And how huge is this? And this was our only free camp spot of our entire trip. How insane. Traveling Australia, nothing is free anymore. So this was our last camp spot on our trip because there were so many flies and we were sick of no free camping. Next time we'll definitely spend more time in the outback, but thank you for watching.